Rome Board meeting for Thursday, January 15th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Number 2, roll call, starting from my left.
Vincent here.
Giardino here.
Asdell here.
Samosford here.
Reppin here.
Number 3, certified posting of the meeting.
I certify that on Tuesday, January 13th, 2026, the agenda for the Town of Rome Board meeting was posted at the Rome Town Hall at 4 p.m., Quick Trip LLC at 4:12 p.m., Nakusa Port Edward State Bank at 4:15 p.m., and emailed to the Wisconsin Rapids Tribune at 8:29 a.m. on Wednesday morning.
Thank you. Number 4, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion is carried. Number 5, please stand for a pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 6, citizen comments. Anything turned in? No action contemplated except possible referral to future agenda. 7, information updates, meeting recaps, recent correspondence, current events, and announcements. Cheryl, anything?
The Lake Sherwood Fisheries this weekend.
Huh.
That's all I got.
I have nothing.
Nothing.
This Saturday at 9:30, we have a Lake Camelot Property Owners Association meeting at 9:30.
Okay. Of course, I got a few things. Just to let everybody know, Vinny, our attorney, is leaving his outfit. He'll be with us for another month or so. So Sean at Vanderbilt or whatever, whichever firm we're dealing with, will be taking over for Vinny. So he's cluing him in on everything. So, but if Vinny's still available, if we need him for anything in the short term. Somebody's working on a tower up on Adams Avenue in Wood County. Do you know anything about that? Are they adding anything on it? They've been there for a couple of days now. So, just wondering if it's going to improve the service around here. No. Okay, I'll be talking to, I got an ACED meeting next week with Derek. I'll ask him, he's going to do some research for us on that and find out what we can and can't do or who's what. You're going to find out about Verizon. Did anything come up with that yet? Okay, you got things going. All right, well, I'll see if he can do some bird dogging on that and if it's going to help us out any. So, been busy for the last week. Y'all noticed the solar farm information came out last Friday at 12:35. They made all sorts of, basically, in my opinion, obscene statements.
You have an agenda item for that.
You're right. Passing the solar farm. I'm chomping at the bit with these folks, so I got more to say. Kerber Rose, I've been talking to Nicole. If you notice, she did send all the stuff back, and she's now starting to work on the 2024 and 2025 taxes. So she's already working on that. If we could, since we're in 2026 now, can we, don't need it today or tomorrow, get a review of the hauling fees from 2025 versus 2024? Just an overview.
5 to 2024.
Versus, yeah. Just to see what we actually cut back. I know it was only not all year, but I'm sorry.
It is being noticed, yes.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So on that note,
Okay, one more note
Cody
for you.
has an update for the transfer site.
Yeah, so we are no longer going to be separating glass with the other commingled recyclables. That container will actually be relabeled as commingled. So there is no need to separate your recycling. They can all go in the same container now.
Is that what, cans and glass?
Glass, plastic, tin cans, like your soup cans, cardboard.
All in one container now.
Yes.
So it's not going to say just cardboard only, or?
We will continue to use the cardboard container for just cardboard.
Okay.
Just because when you start stacking in bottles and this and that, the cardboard, and it starts cribbing, and it just takes up a lot of space, and there we go with hauling more. So we are going to try to keep cardboard separate. It's not required, but it will be there. If people utilize it, great, but Adams County wants everything commingled.
I thought they were charging us extra for that.
They are not anymore.
I was going to ask, they're charging us extra now for more? They're not?
They are not.
Instead of glass? Okay.
Yeah, they started doing it with my dumpsters at my work a year ago, so
Yep.
I just kept doing it here like we were always supposed to, but at work I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Everything was commingled. I'm like, all right.
So that will go in effect this weekend, and we will get
Yes.
something on the website tomorrow to let the
Correct.
residents know, and we will have signage out there also.
Yep.
Okay. And I had somebody call me the other day about ice at the transfer site. Did we salt or do anything out there, sand or anything?
We salt, sand, nonstop. Yeah.
Figured that. And then,
Yeah.
where are we at in part-time help? We're trying to get some more folks in here,
For transfer
the
site.
office here.
Oh,
We have a possible candidate coming in. We're waiting for her application as the director, but other than that, I don't know. It's in Karen's ballpark.
Okay, well, it's, again, if we need to get a hold of a temporary, let's get it going. I know you guys have been working here. It's been difficult without having the folks here, so let's make sure we get that covered, so.
Carol.
Anything else, anybody? Okay. Okay, number 8, department committee reports. Anybody have any questions on any of those that were turned in? Okay, nothing? Discuss possible action on the following items. 9, discussion of possible action, approval of the December 18th, 2025 and December 29th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 10, discussion of possible action, checks, vouchers, receipts, and journal entries. Approved checks numbers 50088 through 50178 totaling $466,337.91. Auto payments totaling $94,386.66. State Social Security, Medicare withholding totaling $52,120.22. Payroll vouchers V24708 through V24828 totaling $125,579.93. Receipts numbers 27064 through 27103 totaling $7,650,503.23. I guess. The $7 million, that was I'm guessing we had some payoff. Was that the payoff on the,
No, that's Texas.
oh, taxes, yeah, you're right, yeah, oof. Well, soon we forget.
Move to approve.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 11, discussion of possible action, proposed wake boat ordinance, review attached sample ordinance, and in the packet, just a heads up on that, I got a call this morning from our attorney, Jared, and it just hit me up. We did not involve him on this. He would like to have a closed session meeting coming up probably in February sometime to discuss everything, make sure the i's are dotted, t's are crossed. I don't know if you did see the letter we got from some folks' attorney out there. Again, is intimidation, who knows? It's my opinion. But anyway, my suggestion is that we hold off on this, and Jared does have all the information on there. I did also send him the information that we put out on the 10/20 November meeting, where I put a bunch of information on there on this about the wake boats, all the different studies out there. I told him I admitted some that didn't make sense. There were some that were biased. I kept those out. I did look for anything I could find that would be supportive of a wake boat point of view, and I found nothing that was reliable. So again, it's going to be up to other people to come up with reasons that we can't do it or shouldn't do it. But it's my opinion that we get Jared involved on this and just let it pass tonight. My opinion.
Well, the next step, Carl, was after tonight, I wanted the board members to see the ordinance, just so they don't know what the ordinance was. And then I was going to ask you to send it to Jared for his,
He's got it.
and once he says yea or nay or whatever,
Yep.
then we have to send it down to the DNR
Yep.
for their approval.
Can I point out the section about prohibiting equipment and prohibiting operation, and then you have permitted operation, but you didn't have permitted equipment at the same spot? That would mean the ski team, even though they could have a permitted operation, they would have to remove some equipment off their boats because you have prohibited equipment on there.
But it refers to wake enhancement equipment, I believe.
You also have the words fins, and that is a broad general term. Like on your boat, you have a fin, an extra fin on the boat. Lots of boats, fishing boats have them. The hydrofoils are fins. Those are all things to steady the boat and level the boat, and that's what,
Okay, can you write that up? And we'll
I got it. I have a whole bunch written down
All
for
right.
you.
Okay, appreciate it.
Because it's equipment versus the
Yep.
operation, so.
Yep.
Okay.
Better to go slowly on this and do it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
correctly, I agree.
All right.
Thoughts? Any other thoughts on this? And if you haven't read the ordinances, fine, get it done. But the other thing is go back to that 1020, look at what's on there. Those are some very interesting studies. I did them outside of the last Wilderness Alliance. I was looking for things on my own that made sense rather than stuff that would obviously be biased. But the Lake Beulah study was really a nail in the coffin, in my opinion. The Department of Natural Resources in Michigan was also a very important one. I've got another one that I'm not sure I want to share with everybody. It's all math. It's physics, but it also really hammers home what the differences are. So, what?
Forget it.
I'll put it out there for you. So.
Exactly,
Go
Cheryl.
right on over.
But
Sorry.
it's pretty intensive. But then I sent that on to Jared, so if he thinks it's important. So anyway, okay, we will pass on that. Number 12, discussion of possible action, direction for the Parks and Recreation Committee. Suggestions, basically, this is suggestions for the Park and Recreation Committee. I've got a few, but see what else everybody's got. What are they working on right now?
So I had a question where I'm on the Park and Rec, and they want to move forward on this disc golf thing, and I have some reservations on that because of the, liability on the, not owning, or the school owning the property. So I'd like to, I don't know what your direction is, but my direction is I'd rather not go that way, but that's me.
It's not my direct, it's our board. We're
right.
one of 5 each, but
And I understand, do you think, when we have that contract we signed with them, that we were gonna do something with it, and they haven't really brought it up. The board member of the town, of the Nakusa schools is no longer with us, so maybe, because he was the one that was really pushing for it to get through, to have more things open, so maybe they don't really care. I don't know.
did we sign a contract or a
Yes, we did.
MOU?
We signed a contract with them.
Did it have dollar amounts in there?
It had, I have a copy of it. I believe they forwarded it on to everybody in the Park
Yeah,
and
we
Rec,
had a
but-
copy of
Are
it.
there
Yeah.
dollar amounts in there?
I don't recall that, but
Yeah, there's certain specifications that be qualified.
I know there's $1 million liability they wanted.
Yes,
That was in there, $1 million liability. And also, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. It was pretty standard one. It wasn't anything crazy.
I'm talking
but-
about expenses, because the contract has to have certain things to be qualified as a contract.
And the other big thing I saw was after the run of this, we have to return that property back to its original state. So that means removing all that
Equipment and
equipment.
everything that we just
and
put
then
in
putting it back. So
after 20
there's
some
an
years.
expense there
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, right.
So I just have some reservations on moving forward
just
with that.
hiking trails would be nice.
Hiking
without,
trails, I don't see a problem with
without
that.
disc golf,
Yeah.
because then you could easily.
Yeah.
It could be a wide variety of things.
Right,
But I just don't know this whole contract thing, what we're locked in with.
right.
You might be surprised we may not be locked into anything. So again, we'll have attorney look at it, and
They,
probably if there's no dollar amounts in there, because what I heard was 200,000.
Well,
And
that,
that's kind of
that came from me, because
Yeah.
I know
And it just-
up in New Richmond, when they built one, they had a minimum of 200,000 to build the course, but that was, we had a Parks Department up there, and workers from the Parks Department did a lot of the
Did
work
most
on the
of it, yeah.
course.
and what Jill had found for us from the engineer that's doing the one in Plover, it was gonna easily run between
Yeah,
2 to 5
yep.
easily.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And you're still using volunteers to do a lot of the work. This is the equipment. And so, I don't know.
I thought we addressed this on the board previously.
Well, okay, so I think probably it was, but it just hasn't been given to the Park and Rec Committee to know what direction to go with it. So I think we need to spell it out for them, that whether this board wants to move forward with that plan or not.
I mean, I told them that you guys were not on board with it,
Right.
but they are still interested in trying to pursue it.
Yeah.
Except I don't think I think Sue asked for it to be removed from the agenda.
Yes. Yeah,
So it's not actually on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay.
not for the next meeting, no.
I was just trying to find the.
Just to relook at it again down the road, though.
Yeah, I had two concerns. One, it's not our property.
Right.
And the second thing was, you're talking 200,000 or whatever. That's a huge sum to go in there. I didn't even realize it decommissioning or whatever you call it at the end.
Yeah, decommissioning.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Parks and Rec was also looking at Walden.
Yeah, I think Walden has got some possibilities of doing
Yeah.
some stuff there in that park there.
And
I threw it out there. It's called the Homegrown National Park. And Barb Harrod's got that actually in her own site. It's not an expensive project, and there's probably grants out there for it.
Okay.
But it would be an interesting concept to turn the park into something that's useful.
Yeah.
And
Right
she-
now, it's not
She offered
useful.
her services too, if
She did.
we just decided to do that out there.
Yeah, she did. And it's again, I've talked to a couple people. I was talking to a guy out there, and I said, talk about taking that backstop down. And he said, no, leave it up and plant it. And I said, oh, hell, sure.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, put your vines up there. I mean, there's so many opportunities in there,
Yeah.
but I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
So the park board wanted direction from the town board regarding this disc golf?
I think they would like to hear that. What, you know, I really do. I think they need to hear it from us.
But we did make a motion on it. We did speak about it because
Well, it sounded like to me. I don't know about you, Cheryl,
I
but
think we made a motion.
It didn't
on
make a
I
motion.
think
It
we
was
were
just
talking about
that
it.
they weren't really interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dollars are, I'm not sure, we did talk about dollars once, but I'm not sure way back when if we had an inkling of what the cost was gonna be.
I'm looking at it right now and I'm trying to find money. One of the things it says is the town's obligation, they will pay all costs associated with planning and installation of a disc golf course and trail projects.
The hiking path, I like that, or, that makes sense, yeah.
yeah, that's. I don't have a problem with that.
What?
Hiking path.
No.
you know.
Do we need to make a motion on that, Carl, to make a recommendation to the park board?
I don't know if we need a motion, just,
we talked about it. We all came to an agreement that we weren't going to waste. I mean,
If,
I don't want
if
to call
everybody's
it.
agreement, we'll just Cheryl and me will go back and just tell them.
Yeah.
One more time. We'll just say we're gonna.
anything else? I mean,
Move
what
on.
else? Give these folks something to do. We had,
Yeah.
not that they need something to do, but,
Well, we're going to,
ideas.
we are going to be looking at the ADC compliant over here by the bandstand.
Yep.
For putting a path or a pad in there for them with some shade.
Yep.
Okay, and that's a good idea. And then we also had some game ideas for the park there that we want to install yet. So
if you come up with some good ideas, I mean, like those instrument toys or whatever they are over there, that's kind of neat.
Yep.
Keeps kids busy.
We're talking like more for adult as well as families, like cornhole in the concrete version. We're talking tables that have like a chessboard on it, so that are built in, but made by the students at the high school.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, stuff like that, and then you can enjoy different things when you're sitting in the park.
yeah.
Good idea.
Okay. Anything else? Need you go over any ideas? Anybody else got any thoughts?
But the lady from Walden can you forward that on to the Parks and Rec Committee, that information?
Oh, from Barb Harrod?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
so that we
forward
can bring
on to-
that up there. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about, so I have no idea, so.
Yeah.
Dave? Yeah.
Yeah, for Monday, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, Barb brought to our attention that different areas, and it's they got what 20,000 acres going already or something like. I mean, they've converted quite a bit. The intent is to convert grasslands instead of cutting it, turn it into natural preserves. And I just thought about it hit me, and that we don't use that baseball diamond for anything. They're out there cutting it. Not that it takes a lot of time, but turning into a sitting area or however it comes out. I mean, just
Butterfly garden.
sure. Yeah,
Do we
butterfly
need
garden,
will
Kirtland
we
warblers.
need
We're
restrooms?
looking to draw in all these different creatures. So
Will we need restrooms? Or just like one restroom, ADA compliant? I don't, I
Come
mean,
up, let us know.
we've been looking into that, just different ideas, because when
Yeah.
you start doing, so then we have to look into the,
Yeah,
you
good
know,
point.
Yeah, as to where and to how much, and then you gotta pave the parking lot.
maybe work it out.
Okay, all right.
All right, thank you. Number 13, discussion of possible action, proposed municipal parking ban ordinance.
Well, Karen has presented a parking ordinance. It should be in our packet there.
It is.
I think it kind of addresses what I've been wanting all along. And what she's basically saying here is be no parking on the municipal lots from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. and the Rome Town Center. So that can at least address the issue that brought this to our board of people parking in the lots, campers in the lots overnight. Now that gives the officers another avenue to get rid of them, shag them out of there, or cite them. So I like this ordinance. I'd like to kind of maybe see if there's any discussion. Otherwise, we'll pass it and take it from there. From 12 a.m. to 6.
Now, this is defining certain properties like the town center and whatnot. Wouldn't we include this for all town?
It is in there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on page, that the Rome Town Center is talking about parking overnight amongst their, on their streets. If you go to the third page, it talks about all town-operated parking lots, section H1. It's on the third page.
Posted limitations.
So that would talk about all town parking lots.
Where's each one?
Only the paved ones.
Yeah, so just backing up a second. So this is, I had Jason review this, and Jason worked on this, and these are recommended changes. Police are the ones that have to enforce this.
Yeah.
This is language that was included to accommodate some of the stuff that Vito has had concerns about. Maybe some other people have had some concerns about. So it addresses the overnight parking issue, but then it also addresses, for example, municipal lots. So it's posted. That's what the posted limitation is. So if it's approved, it would be approving that 12 p.m.
No,
to
12 a.m.
12 a.m. to 6 a.m. parking restriction, and then also the posted limitation section. So then the next step would be, like for the library example, post a sign over there that, parking for these hours. That would match, whatever hours are determined, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., no parking. So it's
Okay.
really only two changes in
Yeah.
that ordinance that's already existing. We also have a loitering ordinance that covers, what may be parking issues overnight as well.
Donna Hasdell, 241 Penhurst. I just have a question that you're going to update the ordinance, but I know when we opened the roads to ATV, we had to post signs that the roads were open. I'm just wondering for no parking during the time, are you going to need to put a sign at each municipal parking area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason's saying yes.
Lots is
So
that, Jason?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but the reason that I recommended it that way, because the lots are probably gonna be different. I mean, the town hall lot, you're probably gonna want a different time posted than the library, because you can rent the town hall and be in there until after 12 a.m. So you probably have to have it posted here 1 a.m. versus the library could be Friday.
Yeah.
good point.
So what it's saying in the posted limitations is it's, town shall mark by appropriate signs, designated in accordance with the provision. So it's,
And-
you guys can address whatever times you need posted for particular lots.
Right. You know, and even like Walden Park, I mean, it's kind of just all open, so how are people going to know I can't park here? And so, okay.
We don't have lights at Walden, do we? So, okay. Okay. Any other questions?
You want to make a motion on this to pass this?
Yes.
Okay, because like I said, I think Jason's right in reference to the municipal lot, because
Yeah,
what if you get the firemen coming in and they got a call after hours and they're parked out there?
yeah.
Okay, so that has to be amended. I mean, by putting maybe unauthorized vehicles on the, no unauthorized vehicles after this hour. They would be considered authorized vehicles.
We've authorized someone to be able to park in our lot all
Right,
So it
but
would just be an addition on the sign, right?
right.
Okay.
But that would mean then Cody would have to come up with the signs, and I don't know if you could post them in the wintertime with the frost, with frost. Does that mean yes?
Yeah.
Really? I was figuring by April.
Let's go with April.
It'll take that long to get
Do
the
you,
Okay.
do you need the ordinances and the change? I'm like, I can give this to you.
Yeah, I'll need something.
Huh?
I'll
Here,
get something with some
I'll give this to you then.
right now.
Okay. Because this way you can put it on the sign, no, the code, the code violation, 33, whatever, and then say no parking from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Just, if this passes, I just need the verbiage that you're looking for, and I can get it made.
All right, then I make a motion, we implement this.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Yeah, whoa.
Stop.
What?
This,
We're,
we need to bring it back to the next meeting because
For-
it's not on here as an ordinance amendment.
isn't that what this is?
It's listed on the agenda but you don't have the actual ordinance listed on the agenda. I was not asked to put it on the agenda that way.
Does it have to be on the agenda? Oh, really?
All right.
Okay,
so
Put it
that
on the next one.
so that the public can come
Okay.
to it too.
Put
okay.
it off to next
Yep.
meeting then.
And I need a word copy of that
Ordinance change.
ordinance, please.
All right. Number 14. Discussion on possible action. Review audio architect's bid. Everybody looked through this?
Don't understand a lot of those words
Yeah.
and where, they don't, I don't know what room, what it's doing, don't really have an idea. So,
Okay, well, there's two contracts. The first one's this room, the second one's that, the other room. Yep.
yep.
So the price is for one room and the other price is for another room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And again, is my understanding, the budget from 2025 was 31,000, and we also have 31,000 this year, and we'd have to dip into the unallocated reserves.
We gotta get it done.
It does need to be done.
It does.
And it did take him a while to come up with all this. I did have a question, though. He's got two of the 55-inch displays coming in. Do you know where he plans on putting those?
Boardroom, remember you one here and then one over here, so that,
Well, he was talking about one on a cart, but we have the one, and there is one in the room in there, the storage room. Does he know about that one?
Are we gonna do the auditorium?
Well, we got two contracts here, so.
Okay,
Center
because
and this
sometimes we do have meetings in there, and sound is terrible.
That's one of the contracts.
Yep.
That is one of them. Yeah.
That's the second one on here.
Are they gonna fix the,
They're gonna fix everything.
okay. Do we got a problem with Zoom
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the computers over there? What?
The sound on the
Sound on it.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that'll be corrected.
Yeah, these are professionals. They know.
Well, it needs to be done, so I'll make a motion to approve the,
So, and then there was another if on there. One was
on the table. You need a second.
there's a motion.
I just
I'll
made it.
second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
And there's a second.
Uh,
All right. Yeah.
Second, Cheryl second.
Thank you.
Cheryl second. Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Okay.
Any further discussion? What I wanted to mention is that there was a part on here is $5,077, and that is for installation of a camera that'll follow around. So somebody speaks, it'll zoom in on them, so you know who's talking where. So that's just what that is.
Okay.
We did ask for a separate cost on that, but
And we do have the money to cover both rooms.
we do, yeah.
And the afterwards, and training people how to use it and everything, they'll take care of all that?
I would assume yes. We'll be actively involved with it.
Because, you know, all this really fancy technology, who's going to know how to,
There's
turn it on
actually-
and turn it off
no.
and how to make it work?
They are going to work with us on that because it's going to be, there'll be a computer up here, you can access anything on it, so
Okay.
they will be part of the training. And
As long as-
they've got this thing really
As long
nailed
as they've
down.
got that under control, then I'm good with it.
Yeah, we may have to change that computer out, the one that's sitting there, but they've got this pretty well wired down. All right, any further discussion? Does this include now the moving camera or no?
I think that was with everything.
That was with
Okay.
everything, yep.
So it's with everything. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. It needed to be done.
When would they start?
Tomorrow?
Probably not. I will let you know.
I'm just wondering.
Yep. As soon as I'll let you know. I'll get a date and decide it before we leave.
Yeah, not a problem. All right. 15, discussion of possible action, government Lexipol manual. And again, there was a little, not confusion, just want to make sure everybody understood what the whole process was here. We do use it for the police and fire. It was starting to be used for the rest of the town. So it was sent out to everybody, just everybody comfortable with it and moving forward with it. What was our cost with just the government? That was one I didn't know, just for the town.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I thought they mentioned it was like $8,000 for the Lexipol.
Yeah, was that for the whole thing?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Don't know.
Jason, do you remember?
I thought it was closer to 5, but don't quote me on it, I don't
Okay.
remember.
So that's for all three though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Separate,
Individual.
individual?
Goes by employee count.
Okay, so but that would be something we could not necessarily be locked into. We could do it for a year, say, well, yes, it works, it makes sense, let's continue, or say, no, it doesn't make sense, we won't continue on, so, right. Yeah. Okay, I thought there was a lot of information in the manual. There was a lot of good information. It's stuff that would help us out, so.
We're doing that Lexipol thing, implementing that now with the library. As they're reviewing the library manual, I mean, I've gotten the board to say, hey, let's start incorporating this since the town has already paid for this.
So who's going to be the point person here to blend this in with the town policies? Because you don't take it verbatim, it's a guideline, right?
Right, exactly. You know, so what we're going to do is like they review the policies. I'm talking the library now, and what they're going to do is just basically go line by line because sometimes what you may have here may not basically fit there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So we're going to implement that.
I think we got a volunteer. Is that something, a volunteer?
So as we go through policies and approve them, then I will have a conversation with Nicole to let her know, this one just got approved by the board. This would be, if this applies or is applicable to the library, here's your guide for what you need to do with the library. And then anything over there has to be, of course, approved by the library board.
Okay.
So, so some of the policies that I start working on, bring here, will eventually go over to Nicole.
Okay. We don't have a motion, do we?
Nope.
Somebody want to make a motion?
For what?
Well, we've already purchased this,
It's already
right?
been-
To implement it?
You don't really
We
need a
did
motion.
the-
Okay.
We did that.
Just move forward with
It's
it.
already been approved a long time ago.
Sounds good. Okay, very good.
So who from the town is going to take the training from Lexipol that they have to go through, right, Jason?
I think you agreed that town administrator would be doing
Yeah.
that last meeting.
That's
Okay.
what we talked about.
All right.
And I'll talk, that's one of the things Jason and I need to meet about, is go through some of it and.
Okay, 16, discussion only, solar farm. Now's my chance. Yeah, if you read through their nonsense on they put out there on Friday, it's all legal stuff, and the attorneys were having a field day with information they know very little about. It's obvious they have no idea what this town is all about, how this town is constructed, and the backing they don't have. I did put a note out to the folks on the ad hoc committee that I really had a good time contradicting most of their rubbish. I especially had a field day with our 85 people that were in favor of it versus our 290 against 39 that were at the meeting that opposed it, and over 2,000 signatures. I mean, their support is nil. And over the 85 they claim to have in positive, my wife looked up information on them. I think 2 might be in the town of Rome. The rest of them are non-residents, non-affiliated with the town in any way, shape, or form. They aren't on the tax rolls. They aren't on the property owners. They aren't on the voting rolls. So, that's a lot of non-support, in my opinion. I did send in a 5-page note to the attorney today. He originally asked for it to be completed tomorrow by 1:30, but then he called me today. He needed to get it, and I said, okay. And it was already pretty much done. I'll send that out tomorrow after Donna completes their form. Their form was 25 pages. I did notify 24 segments that were questionable, very questionable. And then I referred those to my sheet. Instead of trying to write onto theirs, it made more sense to come up with a separate whole line of stuff. So as soon as she has all that numbered on those pages, that's a whole different process because it's in PDF and you can't just throw willy-nilly throw numbers on there because it's an image. So she's been working on that most of the day today. How many pages you got so far? You got 5 done or 8 done, something like that? Yeah.
A lot.
A few more to go, so I got the 24 points, so I'll send both copies out tomorrow. Mine is a Word file, which Stan was very happy to hear about because he'll have his own comments also to add in there. So I'm pretty sure I covered all the good stuff, and I really hammered them on the best systems. The more I did study on the best, I was really getting concerned. They lied about this being rare. Since 2011, there's been 65 fires around the world. There's been 19 in the U.S. between 2011 and 2011 and 2023, July. Since then, there's been more. Warwick, New York, has had 3 themselves, 2 in 2023 and 1 in 2025. There's another one that they found 55,000 pounds of toxic materials went into the soil and air and stuff. I mean, it is scary, and they're not being forthright with any of this information. They're being total, well, whatever. And we do have some more political help coming in the way. I think somebody contacted for me, somebody that's running for governor, and they're taking an interest in it. So we'll see. I'm going to send this out to everybody tomorrow. I also plan on sending it to all the TV stations in the state. I was making up a separate one, but I thought, no, this should do it pretty well. It's going to pique their interest, hopefully. But also we need is a couple of the stations to run with it. So we'll see what happens. But it's who knows? Who knows? We're dealing with bureaucrats.
But they still have a deadline of May to make a decision, right?
They have until May 15th.
May 15th.
To make a decision, and obviously, solar companies going to be pushing them to go, quicker. Of course. Again, they don't know. We close the roads down to heavy traffic during the thaw. They're not aware of that. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, number 17, the board may go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.85 sub 1 sub G, possibly conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or likely to become involved regarding parcel number 030-05053-000 Abington Court. Yep. And we'll also include number 18. The board may go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.85, sub 1, sub C, considering employment, promotion, and compensation or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Review the police contract negotiations and mileage.
I move we go into closed session.
I'll second that.
Okay. Roll call from my left.
Evenson, yes.
Giardino, yes.
Hasdall, yes.
Sam Elstead, yes.
Reppin, yes.
Okay, we are in closed. reserves the right to enter into open session authorized by Wisconsin State Statute 19.85 sub 2 to possibly take action from the closed session and continue with the agenda. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to come back into open session.
I'll second that.
Discussion? Roll call starting from my left.
Evenson, yes.
Tardino, yes?
Asla, yes?
Samuel said yes.
Reppin, yes.
Okay, we are in closed session.
Open session.
Open session. Yeah, late. Okay, concerning number 17, the board has decided to follow the advice of the Appeals Board as well as the zoning manager.
I'd like to make a note that I excuse myself on this one.
Yeah. We don't need to vote on this because we basically did. Number 18, we've instructed the attorney to make a counter offer to the police union and probably happen tomorrow. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Next agenda items.
Sorry. Parking ban ordinance. That's all I have.
And municipal park, yeah, I got that.
What about your wakeboard thing? We were talking about that.
We're gonna have to do a little work on that, so.
Okay.
He's gonna be, he says he's gonna have a lot of time in February after a certain point, so I think probably the second meeting in February makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
And anything else you have, send it on, we'll add it in. Next meeting date and time,
Thursday, February 5th, 5 p.m.
can I get a motion for adjournment?
I make that a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.